Hello everyone, welcome to this video. In this video we are making a data logger with the help of Raspberry Pi Pico, and for generating the data we are using a DST11 sensor, which is an atmospheric condition measuring sensor that measures the relative humidity and the ambient temperature. So we are using this particular DST11 sensor with a Raspberry Pi Pico, and we are logging the data generated by this DST11 sensor into the onboard memory of the Raspberry Pi Pico. So first let us run the MicroPython script and see the code in action. So first let me run the MicroPython script. So as you can see here, the DST sensor object is created successfully, and it is giving the data of temperature and relative humidity after every 4 seconds, and this data is actually getting stored into the text file which we are generating, and that will be stored in the onboard flash memory of the Raspberry Pi Pico. So let us wait some time and generate few data points. So if we touch the sensor with our moist hand, you may notice an increase in the relative humidity. So earlier it was 24%, now it is 34, now it is 56, 66, and if I remove my finger, there will be a decline in the relative humidity. As you can see, the humidity is now declining. So we can say that the sensor is actually working and it is recording pretty accurate values. So let us now stop the MicroPython code and let us see the generated text file containing all the data points. So for that you have to click the view and then you have to click on the files tab. This will open the flash memory of the Raspberry Pi Pico containing our data file. I have named it to be data_log.txt, and we can double click this to open in the Thonny IDE. So as you can see, this is the text file. It contains the values of the temperature and the relative humidity. You can see the values started from 21%, it increased to 66 and 69%, and then it decreased to 28%. So in this way we have generated a text file containing the data that is generated by the DST11 sensor, and we can also right click on the data_log.txt file and we can click on the download to C users, and that will download the file in the C users and your own directory, and then you can open that directory and you will find this data_log.txt file. This is a text document and I will open it with Sublime Text Editor. As you can see, this is the Sublime Text Editor and this is the same data file. This is containing the values of the temperature and relative humidity, and this text file can be used for different kind of data analysis, and we can plot very good graphs by using Python language and Matplotlib. This is the basic of data logging by using Raspberry Pi Pico and MicroPython. And so let us now move to the circuit diagram. And the circuit diagram is pretty simple. This is the Raspberry Pi Pico and this is the DST11 sensor. The first pin of the sensor is connected to the 3.3 volt of the Raspberry Pi Pico. The last pin is connected to ground. The second pin is connected to the GPIO 16. This second pin is the data pin that will output the value of temperature and relative humidity, and this third pin is not connected. So as you can see, this is the DST11 sensor. It comes in two format. First one is the 3-pin module and the second one is a 4-pin sensor. I am using this 4-pin sensor. In this, the third pin is not connected and first pin is connected to VCC, second is the signal pin, third is the ground pin. So now let us move to the MicroPython code and let me tell you about the execution and the working of the code. So first I will link in the description, I will give the link to this dst.py library. So first thing is you have to download this dst.py library and then you have to go to files and save a copy of this into the Raspberry Pi Pico's internal flash memory. You have to name it dst.py. Since I have already saved it, I am not going to do it again. So you have to save it, and in this way you will install the DST library. After installing this DST library into the Raspberry Pi Pico, now you have to write this code. I will also upload this in the description. You can download it from there. So let us now have a look at its working. For its working, you have to update your firmware to the 1.15 version, that is the latest version, because this is not working in the previous firmware because of some issues with the array class of the MicroPython. And you have to always connect the DST11 sensor first before running the code in order to avoid the invalid input count error. So first you have to import the required libraries. So you will import this pin class from the machine library, and then from the DST library which we have installed earlier, you have to import this DST11 class, and then you have to import the microtime module. Now you have to create a blank log file, or you have to open a log file if it is already created and present in the memory. So you will make a file object. I have named it log file. You will use this open method, that is a built-in method in the file system of Raspberry Pi Pico and MicroPython, and you have to give the name of your text file. So I have named the file as data_log, and this is the extension of the file as txt, that stands for a text file. And then after comma you have to give another parameter, that is a. A stands for append mode. Append mode allows us to make files and append the new data into the already existing data in the file. We can also use the write mode if we want to create an entirely new file each time the program runs. We can use the W mode, else we can use a append mode if we want to append the latest data into the previous data that already exists in the file. So now we have to make the DST sensor pin. So we will define the pin as DST pin. We will use this pin constructor, give the ID number 16, and the mode is input mode with a pull down resistor connected internally. And now we have to construct the DST11 sensor object from the DST pin. So we name it DST sensor, and that will use this DST11 constructor that will take this DST pin as a parameter, and DST pin is pointing to pin number 16. So in this way we will create our DST sensor object. After that you can write a statement that the sensor object is created successfully, and then you have to acquire the sensor data and then subsequently log this data into the text file. So we create a loop while true, then you have to read the temperature value. So temperature value will be equal to, so we use DST sensor dot temperature to get the temperature value. Similarly we will read the humidity value, so we will use dot humidity on the DST sensor object and then store the value into this variable. This is optional, you can print the data serially or on the shell of the MicroPython, and then you have to log the data in the log file. So we will use this log file object and use this method write, and we will take the value of the temperature value and convert it into string and then concatenate it with the rest of the strings. And similarly we will take the write method, and similarly we will use logfile.write and the value of the relative humidity, and then you have to save the data using a buffer. So after writing the data in the log file, we will save it by using the .flush method on the log file object. So flushing will allow us to write the data in the file without actually closing it and then reopening it every time the while loop executes. So that is why we are using .flush method. And then you have to give some time delay between multiple readings. Our time delay will be in seconds because the sleep function will take the parameter in seconds. So you have to give sufficient time between successive readings so as to allow proper buffer flush. And note that it will give an error in the log file if this time is very little, like less than 1 second. So in this case I am giving a micro time.sleep and the sleep is of 4 seconds so as to allow proper time for the flushing operation to take place. So in this way we can create a data logger and we can log the data generated by any sensor into the text file, and then we can use that text file later on for post-processing operations, for creating beautiful graphs using Python and Matplotlib, or we can make any other projects. The applications are tremendous. So I hope that this has helped you in getting an insight into data logging by using Raspberry Pi Pico and MicroPython. And if you like the video, kindly subscribe to my channel, and thank you very much for watching the video.